it yet, but it's close enough here in California. The 4th of July is over, and I have to say, I didn't hear any fireworks this year because I mean, fireworks are pretty and all, but I think it's because I chose to stay inside. It was just one of those days. I went outside for a little bit just to like film my hair. But right now, because I know that I'm gonna have to be very busy throughout the week, I just don't have a big need. I don't know. I could have went to go try and film the fireworks, but I just decided, there really wasn't a point, really. I've done that before, and it was fun when I did it in the past, but I don't know, it gets kind of loud outside. And also, too, the place that I used to do it, I know where the location is. It hasn't changed. Of course I know where the location is. And I'm not scared to go back there, but it's kind of changed in that we've always had, like, transient people that, live in our city, but, like, recently there's more people that are just, like, they have big piles of trash, like several shopping carts. And I get it. I do understand that there's mental illness, but I also think there's just some people that they're not trying to, because they actually are offering people like services to try and get into shelters, and some people are just turning them down because they don't want to, I don't know, follow rules or something. I don't know what the reasons are. It's just, so sometimes I do have empathy for people. I mean, it's not having empathy that you don't have empathy for people. It's just sometimes some of the transients are, like, the more recent ones, it has something to do with, like, drug activity and trash, and I don't really understand why something's not being done about it. I mean, we're not, like, on Portland level yet, but it just makes you, like, places you would go to go look at the fireworks, it wouldn't be as enjoyable as it used to be. Plus, I just didn't feel like going outside. Plus, I just was glad that I didn't hear a whole bunch of fireworks inside. I mean, it just was a quieter 4th of July. I think they might have changed the location of where they shoot them off too, but maybe it's just because I've been inside and I've been listening to videos and doing other things. I kind of insulated myself from all those firework noises, which honestly sometimes they can just hurt your ears a little bit too much, in my opinion. So I'm not anti-fireworks. I think they're beautiful. I've filmed them before, but this year I ended up not seeing them at all. I like my nails to be short when I start combing my hair, just because I don't want my nails to get caught in my hair. And it's funny because my nails actually do grow pretty fast. I have polished my nails in the past, but I just don't really, I don't know. I might again someday, but I don't really do that. Hello. I'm very good. How are you doing today? I'm up super late in the evening, but it's all good. It's all good, I suppose. It's all it's gonna have to be because I decided to comb my hair towards midnight again. So after I wash my hair, I do this thing where like I'm gonna gently go through my hair and like detangle, like do separation. And I did let my hair go mostly dry, so what I will do is I'll take my hand, I'll put some water in it, and then I'm also gonna get my full strength detangling spray. And I'm gonna start separating my strands of hair. I might also take some of my Yves Rocher oil. This stuff is so much my favorite. Love it. Put some on my face. Add a tiny bit to my hair. Move my hair tingling separation. Just to try to. I mean, some people would probably just completely finger detangle their hair and be done with it. Like, I know a lot of wavy ladies nowadays, and they want to scrunch their hair up more, but honestly, I just don't. I think that's a cool look and all, and I tried it once, but I just came to the conclusion that's not really me because, I don't know, like, I like to comb out my hair and I like to brush out my hair, and if like creating the wave patterns in your hair, like look, you can see how wavy my hair is. Okay, you see it? Let me show you. My hair is super wavy, so it's not that it's not wavy. It is very, very, very wavy. It'll still be wavy when I comb it out. I just purposely don't intentionally want to create that S pattern in my hair. Okay, so I actually want to start combing my hair out a little bit. I'm going to get my wide tooth comb. Okay. Here's my wide tooth comb. Okay. Let's give him a bath. Kind of more moisture in their hair again. Let's just do some gentle separation just to make sure there's nothing too crazy or too tingly in this section. And then starting from the bottom, always the bottom, you work your way up. Work up. Not down. See, I don't feel like it's completely separated. This is why it's always a process. Like, you're definitely a process. You know what? There's nothing, in wavy hair world, there's nothing called over oiling. You can't weigh your hair down. And if you put in a little bit, if you think you added too much oil, just put a whole bunch of water back. Well, I'm glad. Are you getting ready to go to work for Nod? Are you off to work this morning? Jordy? Are you off to work? It probably is. I mean, I think there's like an 10 hour difference between us and them, so I'm sure it's morning time, work time for them. Okay, and the thing about the wide tooth comb is just so wonderful is you can keep separating and working your way up. Oh, nice. I saw some of your videos that you posted. You are a very good musician. I looked at a few of them. I was like, yeah, people should check your channel out. It was pretty cool. I liked it. I don't want that cut. No. So sometimes I just do a little bit more separation, a little bit more separation, a little bit more separation. Get some water into this section because, you know, since I waited so long to comb out my hair, I guess I could have done it right after I washed it. I waited like an hour and a half with my hair in a wet towel, and then I was like, no, you can't do that. Well, I did it, okay? I don't know. That's what I did. It's not the end of the world, people. So I just start at the very bottom, and I gently work my way up. See, and if I ever feel like something's tugging, I just stop again, and then I do more separation, more finger detangle, more finger separation. Get this channel more active again. Like, I've been taking a little bit of a hiatus, I know that. And I am thinking about ways, like, if I wanted to do, like, finger coils, I could. I just want to show you. See, my hair would definitely do it. I just, yeah, I kind of like what I do. I do my own thing. Like, I think there's just so many people that are convinced that the way that they style hair is the best way to style hair, and that this should be the way to style wavy hair. And if the wavy hair techniques make you happy, then you should pursue them. But personally, I just don't think like you need to worry so much. But where I do agree with the people on the wavy hair technique is yes, you need to put moisture back in your hair. You need water, you need leave-in conditioner, you need oil, you need all of that. And nothing's gonna weigh your hair down, okay? Because you just used like a clarifying shampoo on your roots, which went into your hair. I don't follow any of the hair rules. Like, all the stuff that they said, no sulfate, and I thought about it. Oh my gosh, when I first started this channel, I was sulfate city. I used VO5. And I used my favorite Yves Rocher oil. I don't know. All these simple little things, I feel like it's technique. I mean, if you want to buy more high-end like shampoos and stuff, I understand, but I almost think I'm convinced at this point that drugstore shampoo is healthier for your hair, and a clarifying shampoo, and maybe you don't need to, I don't know, I'm talking about like what works for my wavy hair. I don't know like other hair types, but I think where you will run into scalp issues is if you just don't clarify, or you do a co-wash. And everybody needs to clarify. Even if you have curly hair, you do need to clarify. You do need to shampoo your scalp. I know some people are like, oh, they never need to, but in general, it's probably a good idea to use shampoo sometimes, and maybe a clarifying one, and then you can use a lot of conditioner on your hair, in my opinion. So, because I think it is good to cleanse your scalp every week or so, you know, and not even once a month. I use a clarifying shampoo every time I wash now, and I double cleanse, and yeah, that works for me. But I don't know what's going to work for everybody else, because I'm not everybody else, right? But I just know the little things that seem to work for me. I couldn't tell you what works for other people, because I'm not them. And I'm not you, and, you know, everybody's got their own way of doing things, and I just think the things I was doing when I first started this channel, that I had the proof of the pudding. Like, my hair's still very beautiful. I love the way my hair looks today, but I'm just thinking, like, I didn't think that you needed any high-end. Like, I was starting to become curious about some better shampoos, and I'm not saying I never used higher-end shampoos. I had used some Aveda shampoos in the past, but I really hated the way that the hairstylists would be, oh, because they're so expensive, because you're spending like $20-something on this bottle of shampoo, that you only need a tiny bit of conditioner, and then my hair would be tangled down, and I need a whole bucket of conditioner. Don't tell me how much conditioner I need for my hair. Do you know this little thing? When did I buy this little thing? Garnier, where are you? Like, I only wash my hair every week or every other week. And this guy is almost gone. And I bought him back in, maybe late March? But he's capoodles along with other conditioners that I use. He's gone. He's depleted, and I have more. Like, I am going to use my conditioner. I need conditioner to detangle my hair after washing. That's what I need, you know, and I need a lot of it. So, do you go through conditioner more than shampoo? Yes, shampoo. Like a bottle of shampoo, like this Selsun Blue, has been lasting me since, when did I buy it? January? Since January. And I use a good amount. And it's been lasting me since January, but that's not the same case with a bottle of conditioner. Conditioner goes before shampoo. It just always did in my world. Sparkling ice. Sparkling ice. Ooh. Ice, sparkling ice. I mean, I like Airhead sparkling water better, but when I did Instacart yesterday, they didn't have any Airhead. I'm sure they did, but that's why I don't really like to do Instacart a lot, because sometimes people, when they're shopping, they just don't know how to find things. Because the lady's like, there's no sparkling water. And she just went to the Airhead part. And I know how to find what I'm looking for always, but I only do Instacart these days, like if I'm in a situation where I don't want to leave the house for a couple days, and yesterday I decided it was July 3rd, because now we're at the 5th, I just decided I didn't want to leave the house after the toilet overflowed. I was like, oh my gosh, no, not fun. There was cleaning time. My hair is wavy. See, yeah, look at it. It probably is curly if I didn't comb it out. Do you see this? Like Renan, like this right here is the texture of my hair, and I would say it's like very wavy. Like, it's very 2C territory-ish, actually. It could be, like, it's still, like, will be wavy after I comb it out. It just won't be as wavy. And basically what I'm saying is I was kind of curious about the wavy technique, but I decided in the end it wasn't really for me, because people or like scrunching. And I'm not saying I never want to try it. I mean, I may still try it one of these days, but the thing I didn't like about it is, like, it just feels like a lot of work, and you have to want to wear your hair loose all the time with it. It seems like it's more of a styling technique for people who want to wear their hair loose and not in, like, more of a braided style. And I don't want to wear my hair loose all the time. And then I feel like refreshing it would be a chore and a half, or you'd have to be very careful with it, it just seems. And I don't really like all the products that people, although my hair will go wavy on its own. Yeah, I do. I have wavy hair. I have very wavy hair. It's just, I think, well, I always knew I had wavy hair. Because people used to get mad at me that my hair wasn't straight. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what? Like, why? And it wasn't men, it was women. They'd be like, your hair isn't straight. And I'm like, I've never had straight hair. And then sometimes if I brushed my hair a certain way, it would end up straight, but I never, like, flat ironed my hair. And then, you know, in the early to mid 2000s when the flat iron thing got in style, I didn't understand why. I'm like, why is having straight hair the most exciting thing on the planet? I mean, if you're born with straight hair and that's your natural texture, you should definitely embrace it. And I've always known I've had wavy hair, but my waves have kind of popped up more since I cut my hair short, because I don't know, I just in the past, I think it's because well, you could tell my hair was wavy, you really could, but I wear my hair loose more often now, and I think that's part of the reason it's more apparent, also because it's shorter, I guess, I don't know. And also too, because in the past I would wash my hair, but I don't think I used this, and I would like run water through my brush, but I think I do more wet styling technique when my hair has like any kind of tangle in it. But yeah, if you want to see, look, the side I haven't combed out yet. It's almost all dry. You see how this side, it's not really even tangly. I mean, it's a little tangly, but yeah, it's very wavy. It looks more full, probably because it's more of my natural texture, I guess. I mean, maybe one of these days I will try the diffusing thing. I don't know. I just don't want to put gel in my hair, though. And I put the curl cream in my hair once, and the thing I didn't like about that is it made my hair feel sticky. And I don't like sticky things in my hair. You know? And combing this side of my hair never used to be first nature, but I started doing that when I started doing the hair channels, because that was one thing that about filming videos that I thought was cool, was for some reason I always used to want to comb this side of my hair first over this side, but I kind of changed when I started filming myself, because I'm like, why do I always leave this side? And it made me switch. And now it's just so natural to do this side first over the other side. But when I first started doing the hair channel, like in 2017, this side I just always would start with. But for some reason now I start with this side, my left side. Because I don't know why, but I just thought, well, why are you always starting with your right side? Why don't you start with your left side? I mean, wipe the floor down later. Comb the floor. Here we go. We're like slowly working our way up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. But like for instance, if I did this, like if I wrap the hair around my finger and then I let it drop, it does kind of do a spiralization thing. Okay, so let's go to this side. Now for this side, because I've let it sit, look. Definitely does have a waviness to it. Now, even though I have seen this before, we're going to go in with lots of water. We're going to be Slip City. Want to get our slippy on, so let's put some oil in there. Do not be shy with the oil. Like oil, oil, oil. Like I used to put even more oil in my hair in the day. It's just like it'll. To me, if you get too much oil in your hair, just wet it down again, and it'll kind of fall out. I feel like it kind of evens out. My little opinion. That's sort of what I think. I don't know. That's just what works for me. I just don't oil my scalp. You know, some people do that. No, I don't. Because I thought, well, if I go like 7 days or 10 days or 15 days without washing my hair, my scalp makes natural oil. I don't need to oil my scalp. I just don't see the point in oiling my scalp. I mean, the only time I think oil would sometimes touch my scalp is like when I do a henna treatment, which I was thinking about doing, but I was like, oh gosh, I don't have time. 'Cause that's just a big, arduous thing. I'm really gonna try to separate this section for sure, because I feel like there's a lot of hairs curling up into themselves. use a lot of water now. I'm really gonna water it up. Put the moisture back in. This is my thing. I feel like the more you finger detangle before you go in the comb, there will be less resistance, you know, less resistance. It's the path of less resistance. And that's what we want when we comb our hair. We want the path of less resistance. So, like, let's go in. Let's separate. Let's separate. Let's separate. Let's separate. Oh, when I comb my hair, it's not really straight. It's still wavy. It's just not as wavy. Because if you look, like, I still have lots of bends in my hair. So if my hair was, like, straight, there wouldn't be any of that. And I have a lot. Like, people that just have a slight wave, they just have, like, a little bit. But look. Look at this. That's not straight. That's not straight. Like, maybe it kind of looks optical illusion that it's straight, but that's not straight. It's pretty, wavy. It's just more, stretched out. Nah. Yeah, it's like separating. Separation. So I feel like the more I do this, though, it's better because I know a lot of people, they just push a brush through their hair, but I'm like, To me, that's breakage. Like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you gonna purposely push a brush through your hair when you could just gently separate it like this? Like this, it takes more time, but like, you can stay up late. You can sleep a little bit less to gently detangle your hair. Thank you. It definitely is finally summer now. Too high. You went too high, too fast. Anytime you feel resistance, you just stop. Do some more separation, some more separation, some more separation. So I'm going to bring another section to the front. These back sections always are a little bit less, I mean, nothing's like truly super gnarled or anything, but they just have less tangles in them, if that makes any sense. This always seems to be the case for me anyway. Some water in this back section, and then I'm going to spray a little bit of Aussie detangling spray. Yeah, these back sections just really, they just kind of fall into line. And then you can kind of bring more sections in. I feel like this very back one has a little bit more tangle time. Just a little bit, but that's not too bad. I don't know. Went up too high too fast. Ah. thank you. I'm glad that you enjoying it. No, that's wonderful. I'm having fun doing these lives again. I'm like, I kind of had been out of practice, but then I'm feeling, not practice, but just, I just was taking a little bit of a break from it, but then I'm coming back to it slowly. So, this section, let me see, feels pretty good. Feels like there's a lot of good separation. I do feel a lot of really, really good separation. Just do a little. Spraying a little bit of detangling into this section right there. Put it down a tiny, tiny bit. But look how fast my hair dries. My hair just absorbs water like a sponge. I guess that means I have a high porosity hair type, because my hair does, it just is like boom, spongy. I mean, it will hold on to moisture, but not, needs to be sopping wet pretty much. No. Yeah, I think this is what I think. Well, first off, my hair was pretty dry by the time I had washed it. But I think it's because, I don't know, maybe it's because it's 100 degrees in my house. I don't know. Is that another reason? I don't have a temp thermometer. Maybe it's the heat in here. I don't know. But I do think my hair just dries fast in general. Even in the wintertime, though, it does. It could be the heat, but I don't think it's just the heat. I mean, you know, I don't get hot easily, though, because once I put a whole bunch of water on myself, there's goosebumps on my arms. I don't know. Is it the heat? No, I don't think completely. I think, I don't think it's completely the heat. I think a lot of it's just because my hair does absorb water quickly. I guess my hair is more high porosity than low porosity is what I'm thinking. anytime I feel like my hair is sticking, I'm like, stoppy. Let's try to comb it out gently. And now I'm gonna put it over this shoulder and feel like try to do some comb up the side just to completely, make sure we're getting everything nice and separated. So you can see my hair's very wavy. Even after I've been combing on it, it's still quite wavy. Anyway, happy with my hair for sure, and have a good night.